When getting the slope of a graph, okay, if it's a straight line graph, there's no problem. Okay, so a straight line we can get the slope using m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now if you take the filament bulb, and if we cheat it slightly, if we got our points, instead of drawing a curve we drew a whole series of straight lines like this. We could get the slope here, and the slope here, and the slope here, and the slope here, because they're all straight lines. Okay, and effectively that's what you do when you get what's called the slope of the tangent. So you take a point here, okay, and you've only one point. So differentiation involves, if you've only one point, getting the effective slope at this point. You think of if you're riding a bike over a hill, okay. So the effective slope, you draw a tangent at that point, okay, and we take 2 points far apart, okay, to reduce percentage error, and we get the slope, and that's called the slope of the tangent. And that's effectively the slope, the closest thing to the slope you can get at this point. And you move on from there. So in this case, in the case that you had, that was at 1 volt. Okay, so to get the slope of the graph at 1, now remember the slope in this case is I is equal to V over R. I is 1 over R times V, so the slope was 1 over R. Okay, so to get resistance at this point, we need the slope at that point. We can't get the slope because it's not a straight line. It's not even a series of straight lines, it's a curve. So what we do is at the point that we're interested in getting the slope, at 1 volt in this case, we draw a tangent and we find the points. Now it's very difficult to draw an accurate tangent, okay, but we're just getting the idea here. In reality, you're differentiating. I'm not sure if you've done differentiation yet. When you have, this will become absolutely clear, okay. So you just get the tangent, you take 2 points, and you get the slope, and then from m is equal to 1 over r, so r is equal to 1 over m, you get the resistance. All we're interested in this experiment was to find out how the resistance is changing, and you would have found that as the voltage went up and the current went up, the resistance also went up. Wasn't that it? Yeah, it went up. So that's what it's about. Okay, thanks again.